Okay, what's up, everybody? This is Tanner from Mingus Games, and today I'm going to be giving you my best and most disappointing games of the year so far. And we're going to start off with my top 5 best. I only have 5 for each because I didn't really think this was a big year for games for me. There weren't a lot that I really liked, and there weren't a lot that I really disliked. I just kind of played a few of the same games a lot this year. But starting off with my best, number 5, I'm going to do Apex Legends. I really like this game just because I wasn't a huge fan of Fortnite, and it was just a different kind of take on that Battle Royale kind of game. And I liked the more realistic kind of gun use and first-person shooter kind of feel instead of the third-person shooter and building. And for number 4, I'm going to go Modern Warfare. My top 4 here are pretty much all kind of equal with how much I liked them. But Modern Warfare, I've kind of got out of Call of Duty the past couple of years. I used to be really big into it back in the day. But I just like how they kind of brought it back to what made Modern Warfare popular with that realistic, modern setting. And I just really enjoyed this game. I still play it right now. I play it almost every day. And I really like the Battle Pass thing they got going on and the free DLC content. Number 3, I got Days Gone. I've always been a huge fan of like zombie games, and coming up with this game, I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, just because how it's kind of stealthy zombie, but there are like tons of zombies. But I ended up really liking it, just how it is, and how you don't want to always just run into the conflict. You have to think about what you're doing. I like games like that. And my second one is gonna be Madden 20. A lot of there's people on the edge about this game, but I like how they've kind of made a comeback with it. Because Madden was the kind of game that was the same every year, but EA kind of took a shot with this year with like the X Factor system and just kind of revamping the entire game. I thought there were things that could be done better, like their story mode thing. You can only play as a quarterback, which I'm not a huge fan of, but at least they're trying different stuff. And I just have to applaud EA for at least trying something different for once. And my number 1 is going to be Jedi Fallen Order. I really like this game because I'm a good fan of Star Wars. I'm not a huge fan, but I like a good Star Wars game. And I also like story-based games, which Star Wars doesn't come out with very often. And I just really liked the gameplay in this. I like the story. It was just a very entertaining game for me to play. Now, starting off with my most disappointing games, number 5 is going to be The Division 2. This game was good, but I feel like it could have been a lot better. That's why it's in my disappointing category. I liked the first Division game, but the second one just felt like a copy and paste with like maybe a couple new things to me. It just felt like you're doing the same thing over and over again, just with some new weapons and a new map. Number 4, I'm going to do Fortnite. This is going to be a controversial one because I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite. I think I actually enjoyed Chapter 2 for a little bit, but while I'm talking about the disappointing part is how they ended off Chapter 1. Like seasons 7 through 10 were only disappointing. Because you got the things starting off, but then they didn't introduce very much new stuff. And when they didn't really build off it a lot. And I feel like Fortnite's got more into like the competitive aspect more than the enjoyment aspect for people like me who aren't really enjoying the game and just only want to play it with friends for fun and not competitively. Now, number 3 and disappointing is Far Cry New Dawn. Now, I enjoyed Far Cry 5. I actually really enjoyed Far Cry 5. But Far Cry New Dawn, I didn't really expect anything much of it. I thought it was just going to be a copy and paste of Far Cry 5, just with more colors and little different weapons, new story. And that's exactly what it was. I probably would have liked it if it was more of a different map. And it felt more like a DLC they sold off as a full game. And I didn't really like that about it. Now, number 2 for me is Anthem. Anthem was very disappointing. Like these top two, there's a big drop off for disappointing from 3 to 2 for me. Because Anthem was a bust. I played Anthem one of the first days it came out, and I couldn't play it. I tried playing with my friends. I was everywhere. My internet couldn't handle it. My Xbox couldn't handle it. I don't think EA's servers could handle it. And I even tried coming back to Anthem a couple months after because it was on sale for $5. That's saying how bad it is. But I mean, I enjoyed it for a day, but then it just gets so repetitive. It feels like there's no story to it. There's no guide to tell you what to do. You have to just kind of it feels more of something like Wizards of Waverly Place for PC, where you just kind of run around and do whatever you want, but there's no reward to it at all. And you have to pay money if you want anything to go your way. Now, number one for most disappointing is NBA 2K20. All I can say about this game is I've played the 2K games as my main game I play for the past couple years since 2K15. But this year is the one year that I absolutely hate the game because it is a carbon copy of 2K19. There were promises made that weren't kept by the producers of the game. And it just feels like a complete rip-off of money for me to have to, I expected so much more to at least change stuff up, but you just get the exact same thing 2K19 was with just a different story and a little bit different stuff, but not enough to make it a new game. And you still have the thing where you have to win or you can only win if you do microtransactions. Otherwise, it's a complete grind just to be able to go and compete with other people in matchmaking type settings. And the matchmaking's awful too. And that's going to pretty much wrap up my list. Thank y'all for listening and come back in 2020.